what you all been waiting for.
You're tapped in to Way Up with Angela Yee.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I just made it in during this snowstorm outside. It's a blizzard. Let's call it what it is. Our producer, Dan, he is, I think, purposely stuck in Florida, right?
Yeah, he's stuck to the week.
All right, and that voice you just heard popping up, that is Navy.
Hello.
Are you nervous?
Hello.
Why your voice cracking like that?
It's been a night.
Well, anyway, Siddiq is going to be joining us today, too. Hilarious comedian. Excited to have him on Way Up with Angela Yee for the first time. Been watching his content for years now, so this is amazing. But let's get the show started with some love and some positivity. Wherever you are, hit us up. We want to know what you got going on because the weather is wild. Thousands of flights canceled. Some people are saying they can't catch a flight till like Thursday. I mean, watching everything that's happening in Mexico also. It was a wild weekend, you guys, but just praying for everybody. All right, 800-292-5150. Call us up. Let us know who you want to shine a light on. Mine has to do with the WNBA and the New York Liberty. It's Way Up.
I'ma shine. Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee, and today we want to shine a light. You know, I love the New York Liberty, the WNBA also, and so I do want to shine a light on Shayna Stevenson. She is the Senior Vice President and Chief Brand Officer with the New York Liberty, and just so y'all know, I do have a marketing background, so whenever I see somebody doing something that's amazing when it comes to branding, it's always fascinating to me, and one thing that she did that was hugely a big deal. She's one of the people responsible for Big Ellie. That is the mascot. And yes, give it up for Shayna Stevenson. They had a mascot prior to Ellie named Maddie. Maddie was a golden retriever, but that was named after the Madison Square Garden. And so coming to the Brooklyn Barclays Center, it had to be a different mascot, and that was an opportunity there. But Shayna has also worked at ESPN earlier in her career, and she's been in this business for quite some time, so she deserves all of the love. All right, now, baby boy, who do you want to shine a light on?
Man, I'm blessed, man. It's a dog hour right now in the city, man. You know, we lost little Papa, man. I was calling to shine a light on Miss Lynn, his mama, you know.
Oh, yes, please do. That is so tragic. Talk to us about it. Let us know what's going on in the city.
It's just an eerie feeling, man, because, you know, mental health is very serious, man. It's something that we all suffer with. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, man, I just want to shine a light, man, on Miss Lynn. I want to shine a light on the 1200 family, man. Wild child for life, man. You know, there's a lot of love for little Pop right here in the city, man. And this one hurt, man. I just want to let the family know that the whole community, not just 1200, the whole Jacksonville, man. We're hurting with them. You know what I'm saying? We're here for comfort. We're here for support. I'm really choking up even talking to you right now, man. Right. Putting life into the atmosphere for the whole world. But, yeah, you know, it's all love, Angela Yee, man. You know, baby boy 904, I'm going to tap in with you every time I get a chance.
Yeah,
you know,
so much love to his family. He was only 25 years old, which is so sad. Man. But I saw so many people saying such positive things about him, and I have to say, how we live our lives is how we are remembered. And so seeing how people have so many positive things and want to keep his memory alive, I just know it's not an easy time for his family. So let's send them our love and support.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate the opportunity and the platform. I know Angela Yee.
All right. Thank you for calling.
All right. You have a blessing.
Well, that was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150. Just in case you couldn't get through, you could leave a message and shine a light for last word. When we come back, we have your Yeetie. And let's start it off with our guy, Nick Cannon. Now, he had Little Kim on in Big Drive. That's his show. And on this last episode, she talked about a lot of different things, including her relationship with Biggie. We'll give you those details. It's Way Up.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip, Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Yeah, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. And yes, we are live at work at iHeart giving you your Yee tea. All right, so Nick Cannon sat down with Little Kim on his show, Big Drive. Sat down in the car, by the way. And they discussed a lot of things. One story that she told was how Biggie couldn't drive, but actually owned some cars and helped her with hers. Here's what she had to say.
First album, you bought yourself a Lexus because Big had one.
Yeah, he helped me get it too, because he was like, yo, because you know he never learned how to drive.
Really?
No.
He was only ride passenger.
The first time he tried to like drive with everybody in the car, the whole Dream Mafia was like jumping and running out the car because they crashed. So you know that song he had?
Yeah, yeah.
They remixed it. It was like Biggie Smalls trying to kill us.
Okay. Listen, I've tried to help people drive before too, and definitely had some little minor fender benders. That's a scary thing to do. Now, she also talked about basically he wanted her to do perhaps a couple of clean songs. Well, no, she wanted to do a couple of clean songs, and he was against it. He was like, no, this is how we're coming out, hardcore. And then in addition to that, she does feel like she wants to tell her own story because Notorious did not represent her.
The movie's not accurate.
That's not accurate. It made y'all relationship look super lovey-dovey and like it felt like a romantic movie.
Yes.
How did it really happen, Kim?
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show it to everybody. I'm going to show everybody.
In the Lil' Kim movie.
Yeah, in the Little Kim movie because it's coming.
A Lil' Kim movie would be amazing. I want to see that.
I'm down for it.
Right, Navy? I want to see I want to see everything from her point of view.
Definitely.
All right, now let's talk about Mike Epps. Man, I didn't even realize they were trying to cancel Mike Epps. He went on Deion Cole's Funny Knowing You show, and he told a joke about meeting a family that didn't have a place to stay. He offered to help them, took them to a hotel, and here's what happened.
I said, where you from, brother? He said, man, I'm from Buffalo, New York. I said, what happened? He said, man, I had to explain it to you. I'm down on my luck, man. I said, well, you got a hotel or something? He said, yeah, it's a joint on Marine called Some Suites. I asked that lady how much the rooms was. She said the room's $500 a night. So I went and told the dude, I said, man, it look like y'all gonna have to keep walking. Cause the room is $500.
Now, mind you, this is a joke. It's not a real story. And it was a way longer story the way that he told it leading up to that punchline. Now, since then, here is what Mike Epps had to say about the backlash.
I'm exhausted. I'm tired of apologizing. I'm a comedian. I crack jokes. Everything I say is not to be analyzed and put on blogs like I'm a bad person. This is exhausting. This was a joke. It wasn't even a real story.
And you know, I want to say Scarface and Donnell Rawlings recreated that apology video that Mike Epps did, so that's pretty funny. Y'all should check that out as well. And you know, recently Mike Epps apologized to Nicki Minaj for a joke that he made on stage about her, so he's just tired of this.
It's a tough life for comedians today.
All right, yeah, so they try to cancel some more. I mean, it's a lot going on. All right, when we come back, we have About Last Night. We'll discuss what we did last night. Maybe you were outside shoveling snow somewhere. I'll tell you what I did. I finally watched a docuseries that I have been planning on watching since I was stuck in the house. It's way up.
Last night. Yeah. Last night. So, About Last Night.
Yo, it's way up with Angela Yee, and it's time for About Last Night. I definitely want to hear about your night, too. Navy, you stayed in the city so you could make it to work.
Yeah, all by myself.
Well,
Wah.
there were other people in the hotel that you knew.
Nope.
That's a lie.
I didn't see anyone.
All right, you knew him. He was in the hotel. You knew he was going to be there.
Were you? Okay.
Well, and you could have.
Maybe.
It wasn't that lonely. Well, I actually stayed at home. I took the train in today because I was like, I also got to take care of home too. Like sometimes being in a hotel, weather like this, I already had a pipe burst. You don't know what's going to happen. I don't want to be away from my house. So there's that. But I also was able to finally watch this America's Next Top Model docuseries in its entirety. And I caught up on Love is Blind. This is an annoying season. But I know you've been watching the America's Next Top Model and all the controversy surrounding that.
Yeah, so many things I can't believe actually aired.
Man, they changed ethnicities.
Yeah.
Listen, some of the challenges, some of those photo shoots, now that we look at them like all packed in together like that, I mean, they have photo shoots of women who were victims of domestic violence. They had to pretend to get like beat up.
Right, one girl, her mother actually was shot, and she had to pretend to be a gun violence victim.
And they did that on purpose. Like, that's wild, some of the challenges that they had to go through. It's interesting to me, though, to see the some people defending Tyra and then some people going hard at her. Because I think the intention originally from Tyra Banks was, we're trying to do this to help people who normally wouldn't have that opportunity, different shapes, sizes, ethnicities, you know, all of that. But then it just turned into trying to stay on the air and get these ratings from fantastical things.
Well, you know what they say, you either die and be a hero or live long enough to yourself become the villain.
what I also feel like is that for her judges, right, for the Jays and for Nigel, for all of them, Janice Dickinson was really awful the way she spoke to people. And so I just feel like you can't blame just her when kind of everybody was participating in that.
Oh, definitely. But Janice, that's what she's there for, right?
Yeah, but that still doesn't mean it's okay when you look at some of the things that she was saying.
Yeah.
Like, it was awful. And that really affected. Some of those women were so young, too. Like 18 years old, coming from a small town, never experienced anything like this before. The one story that was really heartbreaking was the one who, quote unquote, cheated on her boyfriend, but was blackout drunk. And they put it all on the air. I mean, I don't know how this gets past not just Tyra, but the producers, the network, all of that. But I know we're going to have some of these top models up here. All right. That is your About Last Night. And when we come back, you know what time it is. It's a Monday. It's time for you to tell us a secret.
So you can go viral.
800-292-5150. No better time than to tell us those winter secrets that you have. Maybe you pretended you were going outside to shovel snow, but you really were going to plow something else. 800-292-5150. Maybe you pretended to be alone in a hotel last night, but you really had it popping off. 800-292-5150. Call us up and tell us a secret.
This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and you know what time it is. It's a Monday, and I know some people were snowed in. Y'all got some secrets, some things you want to get off your chest, and it's a no judgment zone. 800-292-5150. What's up, anonymous caller? What's your secret?
I've been creeping around with my daughter's boss.
Oh, okay, with your daughter's boss. Do you have a significant other?
I'm married.
Wow. Okay, so
I'm
you're
happily married. Actually, happily married.
Okay, no judgment, but what makes a happily married person cheat?
I don't know. To see, I guess I'm a thrill seeker. I don't know.
How'd it happen?
Well, I went to pick up my daughter to go to lunch. My boss was out at the front counter, and we started talking and whatever. And then she just slipped me her number and said, "Give her a call." I'm a truck driver, so I was just driving, and I stopped at a truck stop and
damn
looked
truck
at the number, and I'm like, "Let me give her a call." I looked at the number, we started conversating, and when I got back to my hometown, we linked up, and she's married also, so it's like we both creeping.
Wow. Okay, so do you plan to put a stop to it, or do you want to keep this going?
I don't know. I'm kind of having fun with it.
If you got caught, would you be willing to risk your relationship for this?
Nah, I feel bad for just doing it, because my wife is an amazing woman. She don't even deserve it.
Wow.
I don't know, man. I guess as a middle age, I just turned 47, and my wife is the only woman I've ever been with. So, I don't know. This is kind of like...
The guys in the room are like, okay. Does this sound... But listen, even you saying this, does it feel crazy to you to say, my wife is an incredible woman? I don't know why I'm doing this.
She is. And she is. I mean, she takes care of the household. She holds things down. She's always there. Like, I got no complaints. I guess in the bedroom, it's just ordinary.
Okay.
And with this one, it's like...
Do you think has this made you try new things in the bedroom with your wife? And I'm just curious, do you have sex with your wife more or less now?
I want to say not really much change, but when I try to introduce something new, she looked at me like, what you been doing? What you been watching? What you been like... What'd
you try to introduce?
Role play.
Okay, so you do that with with your daughter's boss.
I do that with and she's like, I've never met a freak like this one before. Like, she want to do it on a dime. Like, she don't care where we at. Be at dinner, and she just look at me and go to the bathroom.
Hold on, so you go to dinner with her too? So you take her outside?
Yeah, we go out.
So you're dating. You're not just having an affair.
When we link up, is we eat, and then we'll do what we got to do, and then we split. She go one way, I go the other.
Do you have feelings for your side piece?
Nah, I really don't. If it ends today, I really care.
Okay, what if
she were to call me and say she don't want... If she calls me and be like, I don't want to do it no more, I'll be all right.
You're like, good. You think your wife would leave you if she found out?
Oh, hell yeah.
But
without a shot of a doubt.
But you'll still do it.
I mean, I'm kind of hoping that a boss calls me and be like, I don't want to do no more.
You know, you could call her and say that too.
I know.
Okay.
I know, but it's like a side of me likes the excitement, and the other side I feel so guilty.
Sheesh. Well, sir, let me know how this all turns out. I want to know when it either stops or when you get caught. Just call us back.
I will. Thanks. If I get caught, I probably won't be able to call you back.
All right. Well, it's a no judgment zone. Thank you for sharing with us. This was very interesting and confusing to me as a woman, but thank you for calling. All right. Well, that was Tell Us a Secret, 800-292-5150, just in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, our girl Clarissa Shields, still undefeated, will tell you about the fight last night, who walked her out, some of the highlights. Kelly Price was out there singing the national anthem and she switched it up at the last minute. There were some things going down in the D, baby. It's way up.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot.
Let's get it.
Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that yee tea.
Come and get the tea.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Navy's here today.
Yeah.
Coming from behind the boards, getting behind the mic.
Like it.
And let's talk about what happened over the weekend. Clarissa Shields had a fight at Little Caesars Arena, and before the fight happened, Kelly Price was supposed to sing the national anthem, and she came up there, sang a couple of lines, and then said, you know what? I'm going to do Lift Every Voice and sing. Listen to this. It was funny because somebody had just sang Lift Every Voice, and I guess she was like, this is what I really want to do. And in addition to that, shout out to Clarissa Shields and her. By the way, they were friends, they're rivals. Boxing's weird like that because you could be really cool with somebody, come up with them. They fought before like 10 years ago. Now this is them meeting each other in the ring again. Franchon Cruz DeZern. And Clarissa Shields handily won that fight.
Ain't no friends in the ring?
According to all three judges, it was unanimously in favor of her. I don't think that Franchon won a round when you watch that fight. It's interesting because the rounds, are only 2 minutes. I kept thinking to myself, if this would have went an extra minute, it would have been over a lot faster.
I didn't even watch it. I had no doubt in my mind.
All right. Well, anyway, here's what Clarissa Shields had to say after the fight.
I never thought that women's boxing would make it this far. To see this, I'm just so grateful to God that everybody can accept me as being a pretty tough and strong woman who really just loves boxing. I'm probably going to box till I'm 50 if my body let me. I love boxing. I love competing. I love the competitive energy. I just really love boxing. I'm happy that now it was a time when, boxing didn't love women. Now they love us, and I love that.
I do want to say that Lemmy was there from Zeus and Natalie Nunn. And her next fight is going to be on Zeus, and they sponsored this fight as well. And there was some baddies in the building.
Oh, you don't want to recruit Clarissa.
And one of the undercards, Joe George Jr., he actually collapsed in the corner during his fight. He was sitting on the stool, and he just fell off the stool. So it wasn't like he got knocked down or anything, and he was just disoriented, didn't know what happened. So one thing I will have to say, it was very classy because afterward, even though you're in competition in the ring, everybody wants to come out alive.
Right.
Nobody wants to see anything awful happen. So fortunately, he seems to be okay. All right, when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They're flying under the radar, but you need to know about them. Everybody was sending me this story about TSA pre-check and global entry getting canceled at the airport. Well, they did a whole 180 real fast. We'll tell you what happened. It's Way Up.
This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time to go under the radar. Navy, I found this story fascinating.
Hit me.
Michelle Hunley Smith, she went missing in 2001, mother of 3. She went to Kmart and just vanished and never returned. Well, it turns out that she is alive at an undisclosed location in North Carolina, alive and well. So that's 25 years that she's been missing.
I'm sorry, I kind of want to laugh because like how you just go to the store and just don't come back.
At her request, her current whereabouts are undisclosed. Her family has been notified, and one of her kids actually issued a statement 2 days ago on a Facebook page that was created to collect tips in the case. They said the personal details are not going to be dived into right now, but I will say that my mother chose her new life, and we know she is alive, and for now that is enough. I can't really think straight right now. She was 38 at the time, living with her family at a rural home, left and went Christmas shopping and just never returned. Is that wild?
No, that'd be an incredible story on Lifetime, honestly, or a Netflix doc, but that is so sad, actually.
But what they don't know is what made her decide to leave. And one of her cousin actually said, I never thought Michelle was dead. I knew she was alive. It's just a feeling that I have my whole life.
She has to give a statement, right?
No, I don't know. I don't know if this is a crime. I don't know what happens. I don't know if there was life insurance involved. Like, who knows?
Right.
All right. Now, the Department of Homeland Security walked back their decision to suspend TSA PreCheck. A lot of people were confused. You know how many people hit me up like, you see what's happening? They're suspending this. People were upset because you pay for PreCheck. You pay for global entry. They said they were going to shut it down amid a partial government shutdown. But as of yesterday, travelers were still able to pass through lines if your flight wasn't canceled with TSA PreCheck with no issues. So according to the Department of Homeland Security, I guess they've reversed it already. They said the reversal, they were glad that they decided to keep PreCheck operational and avoid a crisis of its own making. They are urging the same for global entry. That is when you can travel internationally and not have to go through customs. It is still customs, but it's just a lot quicker.
Yeah, you were the first person I thought about. Like, what are you going to do?
I still have my digital ID, and I also have Clear.
Of course you do.
I have everything. I travel a lot. I'm not trying to risk anything.
You got Clear Premium?
But they did, yes. But they did say that they're suspending all courtesy and family escorts at airports from members of Congress. They said that service is drawing staff away from the critical mission of getting passengers screened. So that escort service was suspended. I don't care about that.
Yeah,
suspended.
Yeah, it's nothing.
All right, well, that is your Under the Radar. We do have the Way Up Mix at the top of the hour, and you are going to be so entertained. Siddiq is going to be joining us later. I'm thinking about Dion Cole already and his interview with Mike Epps. And Mike Epps, like, I don't want to have to apologize for everything. I'm a damn comedian.
Right.
Well, Siddiq, let's see. Because he says some things in this interview, and I know y'all going to agree with him. It's Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee,
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for your Yee Tea. And Remy Ma is returning to do a talk show. She has a new talk show on the Remy Network. She'll be covering news and gossip, but she also wants to know what should she call the show, and she wants suggestions from you. Here's what she said.
The people talking, but it's okay. We're going to get there because I got my own TV show, and it's going to be on the Remy Network.
All right, so congratulations to her. Everybody felt like she should be doing a talk show already anyway, so that was always the word. All right, now Tisha Campbell has announced her memoir. It's called The A Word, A Mother's Journey Through Autism and Love. And the book explores the triumphs and challenges that she's experienced raising her son. Her son was diagnosed with autism at 18 months old, and that book will be out September 15th, so congratulations to her. Ray J, cops were called to his house in L.A. over the weekend. There was an alleged domestic violence incident. Now, they said they got a call at 2 a.m. Saturday, and the alleged suspect was an ex-partner, a 30-year-old Persian female who was wearing yellow. Once officers responded to investigate, neither party was willing to speak with the cops, and they said that without a cooperating victim or witness, officers were unable to move forward and ultimately cleared the scene. There were no arrests made. Navy, don't you feel like Ray J got it? It's just too much going on.
I just want to know about his health. Like, is he healthy? Because this and domestic violence can't be good for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's also had prior domestic incidents. I just want Ray J. I say it's so hard. I can't keep defending.
We've had him up
Ray
here
J.
so many times.
Yes.
Deep down, I think he's a good guy. I just think he just has a lot going on. He needs to sit down for a little bit.
All right, now let's get into this story from the BAFTAs. Now, the BAFTAs aired yesterday, and people were up in arms over the fact that The N-word was shouted out as Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan were presenting the award for Best Visual Effects. Here is what that sounded like.
Delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making. We're here to celebrate.
So that beeping was the N-word.
Right.
Now, the person who did that is John Davidson. He was an invited guest because he has Tourette's and his life story inspired a movie called I Swear. According to Variety, the second half of the show, there were no more outbursts. And it wasn't just during that speech. It happened 3 times. And he did remove himself from the situation. But I did see a lot of people responding to what happened. I saw Jamil Hill took to social media and said black people are just supposed to be okay with being disrespected and dehumanized so that other people don't feel bad. Wendell Pierce said it's infuriating that the first reaction wasn't complete and full-throated apologies to Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan. The insult to them takes priority. It doesn't matter the reasoning for the racist slur. Jamie Foxx said unacceptable, and he meant that ish. All right.
BAFTA issued an apology as well.
BAFTA did issue an apology. Some people felt like it was a half-ass apology, so to speak.
And they could have said more.
Mm-hmm.
They could have done way more, actually. I think about it.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And Delroy Lindo said that nobody even approached them to give them an apology afterward. That should have been one of the first things that happened, right?
Right. And I also feel bad for the gentleman who had that tick. Because he did curse right after he said the N-word, said the B-word right after. So I could tell that he really didn't intend to do it, but it's always going to look bad.
Now, I want to make sure, like I said, that we talk about this in a responsible manner. So when we come back, I have somebody joining us, Jumaane Williams. He is the New York City public advocate, but he's the first known person to be elected with Tourette's. And he also has dealt with he also ticks the N-word as well. And he's a black man. And he has some views and thoughts that he wants to share. I know he's going to do that on his own platform. But first, we want to talk about it here on Way Up with Angela Yee. When we come back, it's Way Up.
Now I'm back at it. You vibe the Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and today we have Jumaane Williams on the line. He is a New York City public advocate, but he was the first person, not the only person, elected in office who does have Tourette's. And he posted on his social media page, as a person who has coprolalia and also ticks the N-word, as a black man, I have some lived views and thoughts to share. And stay tuned. Well, this is all coming off of BAFTA, as John Davidson, who is a Tourette syndrome campaigner, but also he had a life story inspired by the movie I Swear. He was ticking out the N-word while Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were presenting on stage. People are up in arms. But we have Jumaane Williams on the line because I want to make sure that we report responsibly on what happened.
No, it's really important. And so I figured I'd jump on because you always do some good things.
All right, and you posted, as a person who has coprolalia, am I saying that right? Coprolalia, who also ticks the N-word. As a black man, I have some lived views and thoughts to share tomorrow. So you had posted this. Stay tuned. This all happened also while Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan were on stage. You know, people were saying he needs to apologize, and they need to apologize, and this should have been edited out.
So there's a lot of things. One, when I first found out about my Tourette's, right before I got diagnosed, I saw a 2020 special, and there was a gentleman on it who was white, actually had the N-word as a tick. And instead of saying the full word, he would say nickels, pennies, and dimes. That's how he would try to get through the urge. That is a very real urge. It's a medical urge. It's not something that really can control. Mm-hmm. But what I found when I had Tourette's is that there was a way that you can try to augment it. Now, this is dangerous, so I always want to be careful about this. You cannot control it. Not everybody with Tourette's has the same level of ability to augment, and there's a price to pay. So when you hold your tics in, it comes out worse later on, and it can be very exhausting, tiring, and painful. So I don't want to act like one thing and one size fits all. But what I do think we have to do is practice care and compassion for everyone. So that means the person who has Tourette's and has coprolalia, and also the people who are around them. And so I would say you could try to augment it. That may not work for everybody, and that may be a cost physically that, may not be fair to ask. You could also, at that moment in time, depending on what it is, because you can't do this all the time, there might be an opportunity to, particularly after the first time, say, I'm going to step outside for a couple of minutes. BAFTA could have also censored the word. Right. There could have also been an explanation before and or after this occurred about what happened.
Yeah, they said the outbursts weren't heard in the second half. According to Variety, they said he did leave of his own accord. He was not asked to leave because he was an invited guest. They did have the opportunity to edit that, so some people feel like that was a choice.
I mean, that was absolutely a choice. That should be explored. That was definitely something that they could have done. As well as, I think I saw Del Orlando saying that no one spoke to them after. Care is deserved for those two individuals as well. It was a delicate situation that I don't think was handled correctly.
Well, Jumaane, I know you're going to be talking about this on your platform. Where can people watch that so they can get a clearer, better understanding?
We're going to be on my social media, probably on my government one, so they can go to NYC Public Advocate, Instagram, and Twitter and Facebook. But it's probably going to also be on my personal, so folks can go to, and you can Google my name and all the social media stuff will pop up.
All right. Well, thank you. And thank you for all the great work that you've been doing for our city as well. And I appreciate you calling in. I just wanted to make sure that I was responsible because I see a lot of outrage around this and making sure that we know that, yes, there's a reason to be upset, but where we should be upset, I think, is where that needs to be directed toward.
I think that's correct.
All right. Thank you, Jumaane. And be safe out there.
You too. Stay warm.
All right. I'll try. Well, thank you so much, Jumaane, for joining me today and clearing things up. We're going to post that also on Way Up with Yee. We're going to be tuned in. And when we come back, Siddiq is going to be joining us. Amazing storyteller / comedian / producer. He puts a lot of other comics on as well. We're going to talk about it. It's Way Up.
And I'm back. We're about to do this. One of the most famous women in radio. We're talking about Angela Yee.
You're Way Up with Angela Yee.
Please believe that.
Oh, man, what's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and Siddiq is here. Thank you so much for coming through to Way Up.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Well, first of all, I got to start this off by saying congratulations. When I say independent on the comedy scene, pulling in those numbers, putting other comedians on also, I just have to commend you for that because I know how hard that is to even build up that type of organic fan base.
Oh, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's been a long 28 years.
Your stand-up is great storytelling. Like, you could visualize it. It feels like you're watching a TV show. But I wonder, like, when your mom, say she hears you talk about how life was growing up with her, are those stories that you tell her personally, or does she find out when you tell it on stage?
She finds out when I tell her on stage. but she knows them because I've been with my mom since she was 20.
Right.
So she know these stories. She just don't know if I remember. And then sometimes I remember something she'll say that it wasn't like that.
That never happened.
I'm like, what? Some things I've learned that parents don't want to go back to. Mm-hmm. All the stories started when I was 10. So now my two sons, it was like I had my son then rugged. I was in my 30s. Now we coming up to my 40s and my 50s. So the material is constantly increasing. Like the new special, My Father, this is late 40s. Mm-hmm. You know, when I got an understanding about, I don't say that he is the worst father or, you know, he wasn't whatever. He just wasn't ideal. Mm-hmm. You know, it wasn't the ideal situation. So I can't keep being upset with him about things that really can't change. Right now I'm talking to Siddiq. And do you ever watch Unlocked? Is it a prison show? Yes. No. You don't watch no prison shows? I don't watch no prison show because they upset me. Because it's elements that they don't ever put in there. Mm-hmm. The most often thing that happened, they don't put in there. They count prisoners all the time. Like, that's 5 or 6 times a day. So how is that not even in the show? Anybody who's been locked up knows that a count is going to happen. Right. It's embedded in your head. And it's like 6 or 7 times a day. Well, yeah, I think on this particular one, it was a whole different experiment. So they don't have no guards at all. But it was interesting to see how they're in prison. Yes, that's the whole point of it. It's like an experiment, and so they have to kind of work together to keep the privilege of not being, and it's unlocked. Cells are unlocked. I wonder what they charges were. Yeah, it wasn't nothing too crazy. Because the people that get that privilege in the units that I was on is the people that we always wanted to kill. Child molesters and rapists. Oh no, it wasn't that. No, I'm like these are the only people that had their cells. Because they totally away from us. Wait, their cells are unlocked? Yeah, on LS2, they would be on the whole other end, and they on their block, their cells would be unlocked, and they had plants and stuff. That doesn't make sense to me. That feels like I never knew it until I went to, because we had rec yards on 2 different ends of the unit, and I was walking past the cells. I'm like, wait a minute, why they got plants? Who are these people with plants?
and they cells was open, and they was treating them like patients.
That feels crazy to me.
And first of all, they gonna keep them away from us because we serve justice on that end. It was crazy how they used to keep them away from us.
Ali Siddiq is here. Extraordinary, independent stand-up comic. We have more when we come back. It's Way Up.
We about to do this. Yeah.
Yo.
More Way Up with Angela Yee on now.
You know who it is. You know who it is.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and so exciting. We got Ali Siddiq in the building, and he's always been so transparent about things that he's gone through. He's got a great way of telling stories, and he's here with us. Do you believe in a death penalty?
Yeah. And most people who don't believe in it, you don't know the people. And I don't want to go on some injustice, like, oh, this person was just wrongly accused. No, we're talking about the people who are doing this. If you don't believe in it, we believe in it inside. I remember being in Harris County. I'm on 1301 Franklin in Houston. We was watching on the news that a baby was missing. This baby girl was missing. And then comes to find out that the boyfriend killed this baby.
Right.
And the sheriffs brought him to our floor. Everybody wanted him to come to their particular tank. This is not a person that we assuming did this. This is a person that did this.
Right.
And so I remember they put him on A2, and within minutes they was calling the cold blue, and they wasn't rushing. They came, and then that man came out on the stretcher.
They're like, let justice be served.
Yeah. They kept them child molesters and them rapists away from us for a reason.
Yeah.
I sold drugs. They still put me with the most violent people. I ain't had no murder case. They didn't care nothing about that, but be fair. Be fair. If you're going to put everybody in, just put everybody in.
Right now, I'm talking to Ali Siddiq. Did you feel like you deserve to be in jail? Because I know, like you said, a lot of people, when you go in there, you're like, I'm not the only one who did something wrong. When do you accept the fact, or did you ever think that it was unfair for you?
I didn't. I was out there wilding. So what happens. It's not.
And
like,
maybe it could have been worse if you didn't end up.
It's not like I didn't know the consequences.
Okay.
And that's the thing, when people will be always on know what nobody's talking. Man, in the hood, man, there's all type of positive people in the hood that's gonna take. Man, it's old men that told me 1,000 times, brother, way you moving, brother, you going to prison. It's people in my family told me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I wasn't oblivious to what was happening. You know,
You made a choice.
Yeah. So
the domino effect.
So I guess I thought when we was on the block, and the jump out boys pulled up in the vans, everybody was running for no reason, because they innocent. Like,
Right.
we knew what was going on. And they go, so why you was running? I was running because I ain't gonna get caught. So it's a thing. So if you can't accept responsibility for how you doing, I tell parents, if you want to get your kid on the right path, take them to see Intake. See, that's what people need to see. Intake. Intake is the worst. Like, I always say this: if I would have known about Intake, I would have played
It wasn't the family members. It wasn't the old man. It was Intake.
No, I need to see.
Yeah.
Intake. So, if you ever read anything about slavery and how they packed slaves in on the slave ship, that's how they pack you in on Intake, and you naked, and they just pack you in, and you lined up. They call it the butt. You just packed in, and I would have saw that. I would have lost it.
Like, I'm not going in.
No, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. Here's is it a place where you know how they turn in guns? This place you can turn your dope in.
I need to go back to flipping these burgers.
Yeah, I need to turn this in because I'm good, bro.
All right, Ali Siddiq is here. Now, normally when we come back, you would have the last word, but we're having such a good time, and honestly could talk to Ali Siddiq for hours and hours, but we have more when we come back with Ali Siddiq.
Everybody listen. Yeah.
Is what you all been waiting for.
You're tapped in to Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and normally this is where you would have the last word, but we're just excited to have Ali Siddiq here, amazing stand-up comic. I have somebody that called in for advice, right?
Okay.
So I want to get it from your point of view. We're going to play the call, and I want you to give this woman advice.
Okay.
I recently started dating this man that was in jail, girl, and he asked me to be his girlfriend after like 5 years of friendship, and my crazy ass said yes, and I'm like, should I continue with this, or should I not? Like,
so what advice would you give her? Put them glasses on.
All right, this is the thing. Loneliness is crazy. So even inside, I learned this very fast because it would be female guards inside that would have inappropriate friendships with us, and that is based upon what I can offer you is a listening ear. Whether you have a man in the streets that don't listen, that don't have time to listen, I have time to listen. So you still don't know me because what am I really telling you?
Right.
And I'm not going to judge the love, but is it a love based upon circumstance? You needed somebody to talk to, correspond with. You needed somebody that needs you.
She didn't even know him before that, though, too. I think that's another thing,
that's
too.
The thing.
Right now, I'm talking to Ali Siddiq. And also, I just want to, again, just like how I started off, just commend you just, with the comics that you're also uplifting Ryan Davis, Marcus, Riley, all of that. Like, just being able to watch those amazing comedians and to watch you on, I'm not going to lie, YouTube is the spot.
Yeah.
I do enjoy being able to go on there, and they've talked about numbers and how YouTube is like the most viewed out of anything.
Yeah, worldwide.
Worldwide.
And that's a big thing. To be the only independent comic to ever be nominated for an award with the NAACP Image Awards is crazy. This opening the door for other independents, man.
Yeah.
Marcus,
you don't even
great.
seem independent. The reach that you have, and even when they were showing the numbers, I think on Deadline, and how your specials have ranked higher than like a lot of the top 10 specials.
Yeah. And the people who I produce, man, me and Marcus Wiley and Ryan Davis, we out there showing people how you can move independent and move as a collective. I'm doing for them what people would have never did for me, and comics don't do it for me now. They don't share their platforms with me. It's a weird thing that
I've noticed that.
And no knock on any of the higher tier guys, but they would rather do a side by side talk about Chappelle versus anything with me. But you just saw me, though. You literally just saw me.
Well, look, people could catch you on tour.
Yes.
And your YouTube channel is always live. Also.
Yeah, I have a live channel and I have the other channel. And I'm gonna put in for Oscar for this new special, My Father, because the Oscars are coming to YouTube. So why wouldn't we be considered?
Yeah. I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay, look at that. You see the money? But again, congratulations and thank you for coming through. And please make sure you come and see me again.
Thank you.
I would love that.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much to Ali Siddiq for joining us. You can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. And you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see y'all tomorrow. We love you.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.